Are you thinking about selling your house in the next 6 months? Here's 5 tips and tricks that I've learned as a real estate broker for over a decade that will help you set your house up for success when you are getting ready to sell. My name's Justin Rollo. I am a real estate broker and have been active in Greater Boston real estate for over a decade. Wanted to give you a couple of quick tips and tricks for when you go to sell your house, for things that you can do that are small changes that can make a really big difference. One, lighting is so important. So we talk about natural light all the time, and that is a huge thing. So you want to make sure windows are open, curtains are really taken down for the most part. Some houses will have big, bulky curtains on the edges of windows. We want to take those down. We want to bring as much natural light in as we can. But the other interesting thing that a lot of people don't think about is they have different light fixtures all over the house, and the lighting might be a little bit different in one light fixture than it is in the other. And what we like to try to do is make sure that the actual lighting type is uniform through the house. So what does this mean? It means that all of the bulbs are the same temperature, so they have a consistent lighting throughout. If we change levels and we go into a basement or something, for instance, you can tweak and go to like a natural daylight temperature in a basement, where maybe you're a little warmer on the first floor because you get more natural light. But you want to keep it consistent in living areas that are consistently lit. Another big thing is paint. Everybody knows that you really should paint your house. I think some people don't do it. And what we want to do is we want to neutralize the paint colors in every room. And that includes sometimes the kids' bedrooms that are wacky colors. We want to have a neutral palette, because what we always tell sellers is that buyers will walk through a house and really they're taking in all of the big picture things when they're looking at your house. And they're typically only there for 10 to 15 minutes. So if you have a bunch of wacky colors, they are immediately thinking in their head, we're going to have to paint, and that paint brings a cost. So what we want to do is we want to minimize that to-do list on that first 10 to 15 minute walkthrough. We want them to think that they can move right in without having to do much. The next big thing is obviously curb appeal. Everybody talks about curb appeal. We want to make sure the front door looks great. We want to make sure the front steps look great. The front walkway looks great. We want that first impression when they pull up to that house to be as good as it possibly can. So what that's going to do, it's going to set the expectations really high. It's going to give them that really positive feeling as they walk in the door. Huge, huge thing that you can do. Replacing a front door is actually one of the things that brings the biggest returns that you can do as a seller when you're selling your house, is replacing a front door. You want to make that first thing that everybody sees when they walk into that house, you want to make it as good as you possibly can. The last thing we'll say is reorganizing furniture. I think people talk about decluttering, they talk about depersonalizing. Both of those are important, but we look a lot at reorganizing your existing furniture, and if we need to, we can bring in other pieces with a stager. And we really try to ask sellers to bring in a professional. We will a lot of times set that up, which will just be a quick virtual consultation with a designer who can reorganize your furniture and your floor plan to best suit your existing structure of your house. The other just easy tip that we try to do is maximize the amount of floor space that people can see. So if you have a bunch of furniture in the middle of the room, we want you to see as much floor as we can, whether that's carpet or hardwood or tile. You want to maximize the floor so that people can flow easily between rooms. That's a good rule of thumb when you are getting your house ready for sale. Obviously, there are a bunch of bigger ticket items that you can do. We can redo kitchens, we can redo bathrooms. We do have programs to pay for that stuff up front for our sellers. No fee up front. You pay at closing through a few financial partners that we have and different vendors. We actually manage the entire process. But that is a breakdown of a few quick tips that you can use as a home seller to maximize your sale price and get your house ready to sell. Thanks again, guys. I am Justin Rollo with Signal Real Estate. Click subscribe if you like these videos. And if you need to ask me any real estate related questions, you can always email me at justin@signalrealestate.com. You can go to signalrealestate.com. And if you are ever interested in what your home value might be, you can go to massachusettshomevalue.com. Thanks, guys.